In a small village wrapped in darkness, while everyone else was fast asleep, there was one boy sitting quietly under the soft flickering glow of an oil lamp. In his heart, he held a secret dream that someday this tiny, fragile light would illuminate his entire future. Welcome to Life's Spark Narratives, the channel where small stories ignite great spirits. Today, we're going to share the truly remarkable journey of a boy who began his life studying under an oil lamp and rose to become a professor admired by the entire world. His story begins in a place where poverty wasn't just a word, it was the air they breathed. In his small village, electricity was a luxury most couldn't even imagine. But for this young boy, the end of the day wasn't the end of his learning. Each night, as darkness fell, he would carefully light a small oil lamp, its flame casting dancing shadows on the walls, and he would study for hours on end. When the wind howled and threatened to extinguish his only source of light, he would instinctively shield the precious flame with his small hands, protecting not just the fire, but the very light of knowledge itself. In the deep silence of those long, lonely nights, he made a silent promise to himself. One day he whispered, "I will use this light to change my life, to change everything." This simple promise became his guiding star. Every single day was a battle against circumstance. He would walk for miles, barefoot, just to get to school, his feet calloused but his spirit unbroken. After his classes, he wouldn't go home to play like the other children. Instead, he would work, doing odd jobs to help his family put food on the table. There were nights when the gnawing ache of hunger in his stomach spoke louder than the words in his books, making it almost impossible to concentrate. Yet he never stopped. He persevered. People in his village, seeing his tireless efforts, would often shake their heads. Some even laughed. "What's the point of studying so hard when you're this poor?" they'd ask. "You're just wasting your time." But he paid them no mind. Deep down, he understood something they didn't. Poverty is not a life sentence. It is a challenge, a mountain to be climbed, a test of will to rise above. He was determined to pass that test. He knew his reality was temporary, but the knowledge he was gaining would be permanent. Years of relentless dedication and unwavering focus began to pass. The boy grew into a young man, his resolve as strong as steel. Then finally, his persistence paid off in a way that changed his life forever. He didn't just pass his exams, he excelled, earning a full scholarship to a prestigious university in the city. For the first time, he stepped into a world where lights never went out, where libraries were vast and filled with endless knowledge, and where dreams were no longer whispered in the dark, but were shouted from the rooftops, a vibrant reality. The contrast was staggering. From a humble boy who had to ration his lamp oil, he was now in a place of infinite possibility. He devoured every book, attended every lecture, and soaked up knowledge like a sponge. The boy who once studied under a single flickering oil lamp had transformed. He became a respected professor, a beacon of knowledge himself, inspiring countless generations of students with his passion and his incredible life story. When his students, full of awe, would ask him how he managed to achieve so much against all odds, he would simply smile, a warmth in his eyes that reflected the glow of that long-ago lamp. "I learned not to fear the darkness," he would say, "because I knew how to create my own light." He taught them that the most powerful light doesn't come from a switch on the wall, but from the fire you ignite within your own soul. That little oil lamp may have burned out decades ago, its metal frame now rusted and forgotten. But its light, the light of hope and determination, still lives on. It shines brightly inside the heart of a man who refused to give up, and it's reflected in the eyes of every student he inspires. His powerful story serves as a profound reminder for all of us. You do not need a perfect beginning to create a powerful, meaningful ending. Your circumstances do not define your destiny. All you truly need is unshakable faith in yourself. The raw determination to keep going when things get tough, and that one tiny spark inside you that refuses to be extinguished. So, what is the oil lamp in your life? What is the one thing you are protecting, nurturing, and hoping will one day light up your world? Remember this story? Remember that the journey from a single flame to a sky full of stars is possible. It begins with one choice, the choice to believe. If this story touched your heart and sparked something within you, please don't forget to hit that like button. Share it with someone who might need to hear it. and subscribe to Life Spark Narratives for more stories that matter. Because sometimes all it takes is one story to light up an entire life. Remember, a small flame can brighten the darkest night, and a strong will can change the entire course of a life. Thank you for watching.